Welcome back to Let's Read Judge Dredd. Today's episode is Megacity Way of Death. Oh, the Megacity Way of Death. Here we go. A storm was brewing out on the Black Atlantic. The nightly flow of sky surfers slipped over the Atlantic wall, hunched on their power boards, cloaked against the prying eyes of the surveillance cameras. There was nothing to stop them leaving as yet. They were breaking no law. For some, the end would come far out over the polluted, seething sea, many miles from home. For the rest, death would be waiting when they returned. All right. Daddy! Oh, sweet crud. Biff, come away. It's not Daddy. It's Daddy! I want Daddy! Are you all right, miss? You look like you've seen a ghost. I have. They'd met back in the tri-block bop, Zag and Marta. He came in on his board, slim like a laser, cocky, good-looking, and he knew it. She took him for just another no-account surfhead. But his voice was soft and gentle when he asked her to dance, not smart-ass like she'd imagined, so she said sure, why not? Turned out he was studying at Grover Tech to be a sky surf instructor, trying to make something of himself. He was bright and funny and not at all big-headed, and she warmed to him. Zag, he took her for just what she was, an up-block rich girl slumming it with the Spugs. Pretty enough, he supposed, but it was something in the way she held herself that caught the eye. She had poise, grace, good natural balance. He admired that. With a little training, she could make a first-rate surfer. Underneath that rich kid shuck, there was a gem. She was smart, a lot smarter than him, he figured, but if she didn't ram it down his throat, she didn't ram it down his throat. She was witty, but without malice, good-natured, a good-hearted woman. He sensed in her a vast loneliness, a longing to be loved. We're at the Barking Badger. Before the evening had ended, Zag had volunteered for that position, accepted a laser Sorry, guys. Before the evening had ended, Zag had volunteered for that position, and a week later, Marta accepted. Her father, of course, hit the panic button. Go through with this and I'll cut off your head, I'll cut you off without a cred. They'd got an apartment in the welfare blocks by the old East Dock. It was hard at first, but they got by. They had each other, and that was all that mattered. Marta put off her alien linguistics course at NSU and took a job as a tour guide at East Side Recyc so Zag could complete his sky surf certificate. The conveyor belt is fed by smaller recyc terminals dotted throughout the eastern sectors. Here, over 1,000 corpses per hour can be broken down into 107 useful constituents. It was depressing work, but she was pulling in $8.50 a week, and they were starting to see some light. Although burial, cremation, and other forms of disposal are still possible, they attract a judicial levy of 33% up to a maximum of 1,000 credits, so recycling is by far the most popular choice. This, then, is the megacity way of death. Oh, look, isn't that Mr. Smurtley from next door? Why, yes, I think it is. Marta's mother died, Marta's mother died, though she had received no invitation. She went to the funeral. I'm terribly sorry. And her father exchanged not a single word until the end. Well, I'm glad that's over. You had us stuffed, that's right. What do they call them now? Mobiles? Animations? Programmed her with her own voice, just like your mother used to be. She wanted to be buried. As long as I'm alive, she'll be where she belongs, by my side, loyal, not like some I could mention, unless you've got wise to that surf bum by now. You're a sad man. Marta got pregnant. There were complications. She had to give up at Recyc. Things got hard again. Zag dropped out of Grover and found a job with a Skysurf courier outfit. He was working all hours and still only pulling in 49 plus tips. Then along came Biff, and even though things were tight, their happiness was complete. Zag was such a good dad, too. He really loved the little boy. Marta remembered her own father with a shudder. Death could come in many ways. In Biff's, it had blown in from the Black Atlantic, an airborne bacterium that turned his organs to jelly. Oh, God! He needs new heart, liver, kidneys. Even at a conservative estimate, the cost will come to 60,000 credits. It would be the kindest thing to let him go. We'll get the money! No bank would give them a loan. The robot at the welfare department practically laughed them out of the office. There's a job. All the guys over at Groover talked about it. The Glanders. No! They pay big. I only got to make 1, maybe 2 runs. No, you've never been a lowlife, Zag. That's why I liked you. You're not starting now. There's another way. She had swallowed her pride and gone to her daddy. He turned her down flat. Everything I ever got, I earned. I never took a handout from anyone. Let that surf bum pay for it. It's your own grandson. No grandson of mine. Your father's right, dear. What a shitty bastard. When she returned to the apartment, Zag had gone. Out over the Black Atlantic, navigating by satellite and scared witless. He saw one surfer die, swallowed up. Then, at last, the distant glow of the supply ship. They'd opened up farms in Calhab, running Stookie to the Big Meg. Each surfer was given a load and a drop zone. They made it, they got paid. They didn't, tough. The Glanders could sustain heavy losses. Each load that got through was worth 50 mil on the mega market. Shapiro's Kosher Hottie House. Whoops. Sorry, guys. Shapiro's Kosher Hottie House. 0800. Sit in booth 12. You don't show up, you better be dead, Zag. We'll be checking. Marta would have hated it had she known. But what the hell? It was only Stookie. Nobody was going to be harmed. Just a few sad geeks trying to live a little longer. Note says, Stookie, the youth serum extracted from the glands of an intelligent alien life form. Yes. Very despicable. Wait till a few more get there. Stick together on the way back. We'll hit the wall in numbers. Confuses the lasers. Can't get all of us. A few always got through. All the way back, Zag kept thinking, let it be me. For Biff's sake, let it be me. Seth is approaching. Ready lasers. They didn't open fire until the surfers crossed the wall. Then it was deadly and accurate. Ah! Hold your fire, he's at it. Medwagon required. They called Marta from St. Bob, Flowerdew. Zag Johnson? 45th floor, room C. You the brain death? What? I can do you a real good deal on him. Say 35 and we got some patch there. That's better organ. Organ'll do you better than the body mart. Get away from me. The blast had removed a section of Zag's skull and brain. There was no hope. I have to ask you if you knew what he was doing tonight. She couldn't recall what she had said to him. He must have been satisfied because he went away. What do you want? I heard the news. I'm prepared to let bygones be bygones, Marta. I'll pay for the young Biff's operation. I'll even have the Sky Surfer boy stuff for you. A nice automation. How about that? Keep your filthy money. Zag had been young, fit, good-looking. The body brokers had fought to get him. In the end, she'd settle for $80,000 from the body bank. Less tax and hospital fees. It would still more than cover Biff's treatment. It was the way Zag would have wanted it. Three months after Zag's death, Marta's father choked on a hearty breakfast cooked by his late wife. Awesome. Cool. More hearty, dear? It was 12 days before his body was discovered. Strangely, his will left everything to his grandson. Guilt, perhaps. Marta would not forgive. After no little soul-searching, she decided to allow the executors to pay over a substantial sum for the boy's upkeep and education. It was a cruel coincidence that she should choose upmarket Laura Ashley Conapps for their new home. You don't look well. Can I get you some water? No, I have to go. In Mega City 1, death takes many forms. Daddy! Strange woman. Our new neighbor, she seemed quite normal to me. Well, I guess you can never tell. How are you these days, Mr. Remus? I suppose it takes a while to get used to a whole-body transplant. It's not easy. Still, I'm quite pleased with it, I must say. You'd never believe I was over 100. I could fancy you myself, Mr. Remus. All right, well, that's the end. Thanks for watching, and I hope you'll join us again next time.